You're a lot prettier than that girl, and she's getting married.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Easter eggs in rom-coms.
How I, Olive Pendergast, went from assumed trollop to an actual homewrecker.
Welcome to New York, Miss Pendergast.
This dream is a really weird dream.
For this list, we're looking at fun rom-com Easter eggs that you might have missed because you were focused on all of the romance and comedy going on. A quick warning, we will be discussing some spoilers. Leave an Easter egg in your comment below and we'll see if we can find it. Number 10. Oh, Pendergast. Friends with benefits.
Maybe you should care a little bit less about work and a little more about the girl that you're dating.
Spotting this one would get you an easy A at MsMojo school. In Friends with Benefits, Mila Kunis's character Jamie goes to the airport to pick up Dylan, played by Justin Timberlake. She doesn't know who he is, so she grabs a used name sheet from an airport driver and uses it to write on.
Oh, hey, are you done with this? All met up? Great, welcome to New York, Miss Pendergast.
The name on the sheet she grabs is Oh Pendergast. Get it? Oh Pendergast is a nod to Emma Stone's character in the film Easy A, Olive Pendergast.
It's actually a funny story.
Olive. That's your name, right?
Yeah.
Both films were directed by Will Gluck. Does this make it a shared universe?
I think we should take a break.
Number 9. Stuart Smiley. Hitch.
I hope she's single because I don't do breakups.
Hi, hey, thank you for seeing me.
If you've seen Hitch and didn't catch this Easter egg, don't feel bad, because you're still good enough and smart enough and people like you. And honestly, we aren't sure how anyone caught this one, given how quickly it passes by on screen. But that's what pause buttons are for, right? Near the beginning of the film, just before Hitch meets his new client, Albert Brenneman, for the first time, he takes a look at his background file.
And if there's one thing I've learned, when you orchestrate, coordinate, and otherwise mess with fate, it's best to fly under the radar.
One of the sections lists Albert's favourite books, and if you look closely, you can see that listed among them is I'm Good Enough, I'm Smart Enough by the fictional SNL character Stuart Smiley.
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Number 8. Associate to the Vice President. Crazy Stupid Love. Steve Carell starred in Crazy Stupid Love, right around the time that he was ending his long run on The Office.
I guess I should take that down. Huh? I guess.
And as an ode to his critically acclaimed show, they threw this little gem of an Easter egg into the movie. On Julianne Moore's desk at work, the nameplate says, Emily Weaver, Associate to the Vice President. Fans of The Office will recognise that as a reference to the show's running gag of Dwight Schrute always being called Assistant to the Regional Manager, as opposed to what he wants to be called, Assistant Regional Manager.
That's why you have an Assistant Regional Manager.
Yes, it is. Assistant to the regional manager.
Same thing.
No, it's not. It's lower.
Number 7. Light. Palm Springs.
It's one of those infinite time loop situations you might have heard about.
We are all lost. But to quote Niles from his wedding speech at the beginning of Palm Springs,
In the darkness comes light.
In the darkness comes light. Now he's talking metaphorically, of course, but a little later on in the movie, director Max Barbacow has some literal fun with this idea. When Niles and Sarah fall in love, there is a moment when out of the darkness of the night, their love is the light. And that light is also literally the neon light beer sign in the window behind them, perfectly framed between their happy faces. Number 6. Saint/Devil. Love Actually.
You're very pretty, isn't it?
Dance with the devil and you're going to get burned. In Love Actually, that's exactly what Alan Rickman's character Harry does.
Any chance of a dance with the boss?
He is a married man who has feelings for his beautiful younger assistant. If this was a cartoon, we might get a scene of Harry with a saint on one shoulder and the devil on the other. Instead, we get Harry calling his wife a saint and then turning around to see his assistant dressed as the devil, who he proceeds to dance with.
I don't suppose I better go and do the duty round.
You're a saint.
In the film, the question of do they or don't they is left up in the air, but a few years back a script editor of the movie confirmed via Twitter that they definitely had an affair. Number 5. T.B. Callahan, 50 First Dates.
Your condition is stable, but most likely permanent. Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. But it could be worse.
Yeah, how?
I think you should meet 10-Second Tom.
Adam Sandler movies are often packed with Easter eggs, from obvious ones like Rob Schneider's "You Can Do It" guy, "You Can Do It!" to smaller, more subtle references and connections. Some don't even connect to one of his own films, like this one from 50 First Dates. The clinic that they visit for Lucy's condition is run by a Dr. Keats, played by Dan Aykroyd. During their visit, Keats tells them that the clinic is funded by an automotive components tycoon out of Sandusky, Ohio, named T.B. Callahan.
Callahan Institute is the leading brain injury clinic in the Pacific Rim. We are funded out of Sandusky, Ohio, by T.B. Callahan.
That's right, boys and girls, it's the wing lover, bun destroyer himself, Chris Farley's Tommy Boy Callahan.
Tommy want wingy.
Number 4, Jenna becomes an adult at the 13:30 mark of the film. 13 going on 30.
I hate you! I hate me! I hate everybody!
This is the Easter egg that required the most work and precision on the behalf of the filmmakers, and the only one on our list that you can't see in the film itself. In 13 going on 30, a 13-year-old Jenna wishes that she was 30 and wakes up a 30-year-old woman. Well, that moment when she transforms takes place at the 13-minute and 30-second mark of the film.
30 and flirty and thriving! 30 and flirty and thriving. 30 and flirty and thriving.
Pretty cool, right? Yes, go ahead and get yourself a DVD of the film and check it out for yourself. We'll wait. Number 3, La Traviata. Pretty Woman.
We're late.
No, it's all right. Opening night never sounds on time.
Pretty Woman is one of the biggest rom-com hits of all time, and the movie that made Julia Roberts a star.
Pretty woman, walking down the street. Pretty woman, the kind I like to meet.
In the film, Richard Gere's wealthy corporate raider Edward takes sex worker Vivian to the opera to see La Traviata. As opera heads know, La Traviata is a love story between a wealthy man and a courtesan. Now, in the opera, the courtesan Violetta meets with a tragic end, while Pretty Woman ends happily with a kiss on the fire escape.
You said this is in Italian. So how am I going to know what they're saying? These are broken.
However, it's interesting to note that the original script for the film was much more tragic. Edward and Vivian didn't end up together, and the last scene showed Vivian on a bus, staring emptily ahead. Number 2, Meg Ryans Bookstore. You've Got Mail.
The way it keeps changing on you, or the way you can never count on it.
The 1937 Hungarian play Perfumery has been the inspiration for 3 Hollywood movies.
I see you're reading Tolstoy's Anna Karenina.
Yes, do you mind?
The 1940 film The Shop Around the Corner, the 1949 musical In the Good Old Summertime, and the Tom Hanks Meg Ryan rom-com You've Got Mail.
Welcome.
They obviously updated the story for the most recent telling, since we're pretty sure they didn't have the internet and AOL in 1937 Hungary. But as an ode to the 1940 film, they named Meg Ryan's store in You've Got Mail The Shop Around the Corner.
If I hadn't been Fox Books, and you hadn't been The Shop Around the Corner, and you and I had just met.
I know.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Cake Topper, The Wedding Singer.
Hey, check out the cake. There's only a little groom on top.
Some Easter eggs reference the past and some give us a glimpse into the future, as with this little beauty from The Wedding Singer. And by little, we mean about the size of a cake topper, the one on Robbie and Linda's wedding cake. This, of course, is the wedding that Linda never shows up for, leaving Robbie heartbroken. However, it eventually leads to him falling in love with Julia, a girl so amazing he would let her hold the remote control.
Even let you hold the remote control.
If you look carefully at the topper, you'll see that. While Linda has longer brown hair, the topper bride is blonde, with a cute bob haircut, and looks a lot like, you guessed it, Julia.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.